This is the story of Christine and Bill, an elderly couple that married later on in life in 2007. Christine was 69 when she finally met the man she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. She took on the role of a mother to 3 children, grandmother to 6 children, and even great-grandmother to 2 children. The couple had a big family and loved them dearly. Christine was a devout animal lover and advocate for their well-being. She took in many strays, even installing a cat door for them to come and go as they pleased. Her husband Bill had an interest in woodworking that he pursued after retiring in 2010. He spent many hours in his shop working on the pieces that he would sell at the local markets. The couple was only married for 15 years, and in October of 2022, Christine sadly passed away in her sleep at home with Bill by her side. Stricken by grief, Bill passed away shortly after. With their passing, the remaining family members sold off the house. A developer purchased the property and 3 others that are neighboring it. A massive development is currently underway to build new cookie-cutter high-density homes in its place. The surrounding area has been clear-cut and the land flattened, ready to be built on. The only thing left standing in the way is Christine and Bill's home, soon to be demolished like it never existed at all. Alright, how's it going, Nowhere crew? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I got a very cool abandoned house for you guys right here. This is the home of an elderly couple. They married each other pretty late on in life. The elderly woman that lived here, unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 84 at this house. Her husband, having a lot of grief, passed away fairly soon afterwards. The house has been abandoned since about 2021. There's family photos inside. There's old food, clothes, some of their possessions. They seem to be very religious. So we're going to try to be as respectful as possible in this house. I'm going to show you around the outside first, then we're going to go inside and see what we can find. So without further ado, let's walk around this place, see what we can find. So let's go. So we're starting our tour at the back of the house here, guys. As you can see, at one point, this was quite a nice little home. They had beautiful little gardens. They have a couple of sheds, one over there, one out of frame. But as you can see, this construction here is going to be taking out this house, and there's actually 2 more houses over there. And this is all going to be a huge redevelopment, as it always goes with Ontario. These kind of houses to me are the most interesting because they have a story usually to them. And this one obviously has a little story that they unfortunately passed away not too long ago. It's actually still thriving pretty well, the garden here. Like, this tree is blooming. Some of the other stuff seems to be doing fairly okay. I'm not exactly sure when the house is from. Probably 60s, maybe a little bit later on. So we do have one outbuilding here, which we'll get to, one over there. I do want to hop up on the back deck here. Okay, so obviously they had a cat. Quite a nice little spot to hang out. Just chill here. I believe the power's on. I don't know if this works, but nope. You can see it's been abandoned for a while. I mean, there's a bird's nest perched on the door frame. Now, I do love this back deck here. Look at this rattan chair. It's like a supervillain chair. I love it. Nice little wind chime all twisted up in the weeds and the brush there. Looks like they're doing some gardening up here on the deck. Got 4 big pots. Not sure what they were growing, obviously, but they definitely were growing something. Or they just had some nice planters. Oh, they actually got 2 more down here as well. I believe this is a hummingbird feeder, like specifically for hummingbirds. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Getting attacked by nature. They have a sump pump, and it scared the bejesus out of me when I was walking by because it just like spit out all the water. So we have a little side shed right here, and here's a great example of what's happening here. Like, you can just see how much construction is going on in this area. And this house is just simply a victim. Wow, it's packed in here. Got a mouse trap. Nothing too crazy. I mean, really just storage and some foam. Not really sure why. We have a shed over there. It's a little mucky in this construction site. All right, what do we got here? So we got a nice little, I guess, tin shed. I would imagine at one point they put a riding mower and lawn mower in here, weed whackers, stuff like that. And then over here, what we got in here? This looks maybe like a gardening room, actually, potentially. I could be wrong, like a potting and repotting area, just with also some lumber storage. Okay, so I think I was right. I did film the inside before filming the outside, but when I was inside, I noticed that it looks like there's an apartment off of that back deck. There's 2 doors to go in. So I guess they were renting out part of the house, possibly when his wife passed away. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely not how the couple expected this house to be, I'm sure. Ooh. Okay, I thought that this was bigger than it was. So we have another side building right here. Hopefully it's open. Oh, it's mangled in here. Try the front door instead. That's pretty crazy too. The clock is literally peeling inside. Definitely like a little tool shed. Some firewood in here. What do we got in here? Oh, you know what this actually might have been, guys? This might have been a woodworking shop. I was mentioning that he had some woodworking finishes and like veneers and like covers. There's some woodworking books in here. He may have been not only cutting up firewood, but him or her working on the some wood projects. I mean, there's a lot of sawdust everywhere in here, so that would make a lot of sense to me. It's kind of weird. It reminds me of my my grandpa's tool shed. It has the exact same smell, so it kind of brings back some nostalgia. It's a bit weird. It feels like I'm roaming around in his thing instead of like some abandoned shed instead. It's kind of nice actually. But yeah, that's pretty much this shed in here. And you can see from the front here, we do have a bit more firewood, all just sitting up at the front, which is cool. Crazy that the hydrometer's on. Like, there is power, everything does work. And I believe, originally, before they did this, this was probably the driveway. And you'd hop out of the car and walk straight up to the house. This is cool. Whatever this is, it's cool. Electrical box. Very, very worn Muskoka chair. Actually could have quite a bit of stuff in the garbage there, but you would walk straight up right inside. And that was probably their fence originally that got knocked down during the construction. Holy crap, that's a lot of cat food. Is that just all cat food? And bird seed, so this is just Whiskas and bird seed. And just buckets upon buckets. Wow. That's the entire outside, guys. Let's go head inside. Okay, guys, so we've made it inside of this house, and this is definitely a time capsule. We have quite a bit of stuff left behind. They were definitely elderly, an elderly couple, I believe, that lived here. And most likely they did pass away. But this is like the front room when you walk in from the, I think this is the front door. It's kind of a weird laid out house, so I could be wrong, so just bear with me. We have a bunch of keys. Now this house seems to have power and water running in it still, but you can see by the state of it, it's pretty rough shape. It's been abandoned since about 2022. A recycling bag for some old batteries. What do we got here? Looks like a photo book. Our wedding, Shane and Nicole, the pond, Kerm's Garden, Stone House, New Gardens, England. So we have some photos from a wedding, I guess. That's pretty crazy. This is 2007. Pretty nice. I'm assuming this is the couple. I guess they were married a little bit later on in life, if that's the case, because they're definitely an older couple for sure. Looks like 2007 maybe is when they got married. That's cool. It's very cool. So at Stonehenge. Yeah, I really like looking at family photos. I always find that really cool. Okay, so once we leave this little front area, foyer area, we basically are directly into what I'm assuming is maybe it's supposed to be the dining room, and then the kitchen's just over there. A little coat closet behind the door here. Okay. Oh, we got a bunch of colored slides here. We'll have to check these out a little bit later. These look like they could be interesting. I do have my color slide viewer with me, so we'll take a look at these. I'll probably cut it in either now or a little bit later in the video. Here are some of the Kodak slides I was able to find. Give you guys a look. Hopefully that focuses. That was a loyal cat. Oh, we have one of those vibrator weight loss machines too. Like, weren't those really popular in the 80s? That's pretty funny. Those didn't really work, right? I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So it appears that pretty much there's a lot of different areas where they have daily affirmations. So they definitely were a religious family, a religious couple, it seems. We do have this little side room over here. It's pretty much empty. Is this a poem? I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on a high... It's covered, but yeah, it looks like a poem. Maybe this was a bedroom. This is interesting. They have a little like dog door. So I wonder if they were feeding some birds coming in here, because they do have quite a bit of birds hanging out in these trees out front. I wonder if they would be feeding birds from this room. You can see that they tried to renovate a bit. They put like a laminate flooring over some carpet here. I'm hoping at least that's the reason that this is cut out. I'm hoping it's not because somebody passed away here. I did hear that the wife passed away in the home, so hopefully that's not here in this spot. Okay. So back into this main room here. Wow, look at all this stuff just stored up here. There's some extra lamps. And we have here branches of sage from 2019. All these newspapers seem to be 2021. The Secret Gratitude Journal. Looks like a little, like, first aid kit. Very well built. This looks like a notice of somebody passing away. Her name is Christine, born in England to Arthur and Florence. Christine immigrated to Canada, where she spent the greater part of her life until passing peacefully in her sleep in her home in her 84th year. That's here, guys. Christine is survived by her husband, William Bill, who loved and cared for her until her final days. May our thoughts of gratitude and compassion be with him as he navigates through this time of grief. So she did have, she was a parent, so she had 3 kids, 3 or 4 kids, possibly. Yeah, and this is the girl, the woman we saw in the photos in that front book there. So that's very sad. Doctor's letters of no long-term life support. Oh boy. Letter of no life support. So she had a DNR basically. That's sad. I guess this is how the home was mainly heated, is with this wood burning stove here. Even have a burn indicator on it right there. That would have heated the house pretty much. They obviously do have some venting, but they probably did use this quite a bit to keep the house warm. Interesting having like a little divider like this, just kind of in the main room. Maybe they had a dog, got a cage right there. Kind of an interesting spot for your electrical panel as well. You can see that the plants that the couple was taking care of here have unfortunately withered away with nobody to care for them and a developer buying out the property. They just kind of sit rotting away. Probably had a kitchen table or a little dining table right here where we're standing. Got some bottles of polar ice. Now we do have the stove is on here. They actually pinned up a fortune cookie, like fortune here. Like some butterflies. I don't know if they had grandchildren that were coming around. I would assume so, that their kids would bring the grandkids around. Not a bad idea, actually. Sandwich ideas. Cucumber and cheese, peanut butter on bruschetta, grilled cheese with tomato or onion. I don't know who was on the oxygen, but here's your instructions on exactly how to go about that, I guess. Oh, there's their cat. It's probably the cat cage then. Some of the drawers have stuff, some of them don't, so it's kind of hard to see. They also had dinner ideas on here. I wonder if somebody was maybe having some issues with their memory. So like having something like this as a list would help them out. So you got more dinner ideas over here. Healthy living for your alkaline acid food chart, so probably acid reflux of some sort. Right here. Then we have all this door here. It says rules for being a human. If you guys want to read that, feel free to pause it. Little water. Oh no, wait. Vitapure. Very well organized though, like watches, jewelry, all this, you know, spare chains, small screwdrivers, razors, nail files. Then we have some CDs, I don't know what for. Because they like wild birds. Maybe they're into birding. They would go and have one of those books that, you know, you could mark off which birds that you've seen. Power in the house does work, so this should, yeah, should be able to turn it on. Looks like that's been, yeah, it's been cleared out and something's leaking. So I don't want to touch that. Of course, we got our assistive bars where need be. Nothing in there. Okay. Looks like a computer room, possibly. We got the computer sitting right here. I did try to turn this computer on. I may try a little bit later after I've gone through the whole house and then just cut it into the video here. But this is wired like in a crazy way. Like this is plugged into a power bar, and then that power bar is plugged into this power bar, and then this power bar is plugged into this power bar that's plugged into an extension cable that runs all the way over there. So yeah, it's a lot. So we'll see if we can figure this computer out maybe a bit later, but you know, this is probably like a 2012 like Dell computer with a cool master case. It's nothing too crazy. So check that out. We got Windows starting up. I don't think there's a mouse though, so I don't think I can do much. It's not that old, it's Windows 7. Yeah, I don't think that there's a mouse. Oh wow, look at that. So they have 3 Google Chrome shortcuts, soup and news receipts, Spider Solitary. Downloads. I don't think there's a mouse anywhere, unfortunately, but it's pretty cool. Give you guys a look at the computer actually running. Our Lady of the Universe, painted by Jacqueline Ripstein. Just for today, I will not worry. I will not be angry. I will do my work honestly. I will give thanks for my many blessings. I will be kind to my neighbor and all things living. Definitely a religious couple for sure. I myself am not religious, but I can respect people that have their beliefs in that. They seem fairly passionate. Like I usually find when they put stuff on the walls and stuff, they're quite true to their convictions. I believe that's what you say. So. What we have in here? Just a little closet. Okay, so we already were on that back deck there, where there's flower pots and some vegetables that look like they're growing. This is a cool old radio. An old General Electric AM, FM, and cassette recorder. Okay, so let's move on to this back room over here. Got quite a few things in these drawers here. There's some maintenance stuff. Yeah, like tapes and stuff like that that you might need in the house. So that does lead downstairs to the basement. Do we have anything? Nothing in here. I do like in this cupboard here, it's all lined with maple leaves. Okay, so we got our cleaning supply closet right here. Ironing board tucked away right there. We got a few more products here. Mosquito be gone. Where this house is, it makes sense because they're kind of close to some water, so mosquitoes are probably pretty bad. Okay, so we have over here, this looks like almost an apartment, like that they could have rented out, because we do have another entrance door right there. The apartment, for the most part, has been cleaned out. Fairly old stove. I did look through this. There's no photos in it, unfortunately. I like the front one, but I'm packing some ketchup. I don't know if the water works. It does. Don't know why the water hasn't been shut off, to be honest with you. So that as well leads to the back like porch deck area. Got a bunch of different plants here. They're all obviously dead. Citizen Watch, an EcoDrive Citizen Watch box. I have a Citizen Watch. I was gifted one of those for my birthday. I'm not really the biggest watch wearer, but it's a very nice watch. Some of this HVAC and stuff obviously is an afterthought because they're using a wood-burning stove probably for so long, and then they decided to upgrade the house, potentially. Cuba, oh, there's rat poop on my finger. Cuba 2019 Havana. Betty Boop watch. It's kind of interesting is this one still has a lot of food product left behind. Like we have chicken noodle soup, expires 2022, so it's only 2 years off. Some sliced beets, they're a little bit longer off. Some corn. Don't know, doesn't say. This is on the top. 2024, that's actually still good. The corn's still good, guys. But they had some ramen noodles, some Pop-Tarts, some quick rice for the microwave. And then we had, of course, we had some Kraft dinner, expired in 2021 in June. Pancake mix, we had some cereals. Then we have our, I guess this is our vitamin cabinet. Supplements and vitamins. for training. Well, I'm not really familiar with a lot of this, so yeah. Chocolate pizza, Toblerone chocolate pizza, that's cool. You can just see all the mice droppings everywhere. You can tell that the house has been, animals have definitely gotten into the home. What is this? Unsweetened applesauce, 2022, and there's like 4 of them in here, or 3 of them. We actually have the man that lived here's driver's license. So again, last calendar is 2021. This looks like it'd be a living room. We got the nice couch. It actually kind of matches the curtains, which I'm sure was the plan the entire time. And look at this old Sears TV, guys. Look at the size of it. It's remote controlled. It made noise. I don't think it's gonna work, but it made noise. Yeah, I think the CRT is dead. Okay, so this leads you straight upstairs. Might as well head upstairs while we're already over here. Get an iPad mini. That's the box for it, at least. I don't think it's a crazy big upstairs to this house. Shower still works. I'm sure that would turn on if I decided to. I'm not going to, but yeah, okay. What? Why did they both open at the same time? Okay. I guess it's just the one room up here. I thought it would have been more, but that's all right. We had one upper bedroom. Looks like that's a AC unit in the box over there. So there's some stuff about a pension plan in 2019. Some CRA information. Some deposits and stuff. So nothing that we really should be looking at, especially not putting online. That's not our information to really be putting out there. Is this an award? So 1989 to 1990 high side with handicap. 288. So it's bowling. Oh, so he worked at the airport, I guess. Property of the Greater Toronto Airport Authority. I believe that he also passed away pretty shortly after his wife passed away. I used to love this game. This MX vs. ATV, like, style game. We do have a Ray-Bans box, which is very cool. But yeah, nice little upstairs area. So we're gonna make our way down, I guess, to the basement. I believe I covered all the rooms up here. You can also just see like the condensation starting on the windows. It's quite bad. I guess I didn't really look at these, so I'll give these a look. Okay. I feel like this house should have more basement for some reason. It's very, it smells very musty down here. Okay, so we got some paint rollers. Okay. So you might hear the sump pump. It is still trying to work, so we're not going to touch that, because if we do, then obviously it's going to be a big ordeal. Bunch of different paints for repair. I believe this is a heat lamp. Dry bean soup mix from Costco. Pretty new. Like wetback. It seems like they have a lot of wood refinishing stuff, so maybe they did some wood working here. Furnace looks really new. Don't know what's in these. They just feel empty. They look like just LCBO bags. Maybe they just collected them or kept them in case they needed them. So hot water tank, water softener, stuff like that all here. Okay, so we have a bunch of flour, whole wheat flour. This is from 2016. That whole wheat flour is from 2015. So they obviously weren't cycling through their stuff, unfortunately. Wildflower honey was $135 for that. So this looks like these are peach preserves. I don't know if those are good at all anymore. I'll be honest, I don't know preserves all too well. Merlot. I don't really want to open this with my hand. Okay, I just didn't want an animal to pop out. Looks like some bedding. Cover that back up. And then back here, some hot chocolate mix, some stuff like that. Interesting. So another little storage area of the home. Bean soup mix. That is not bean soup mix. That is Tide Pods. That's that would be a bad thing to mix up. You can see that some mice have made a home in there, so we're not going to touch that. I'm not really sure what this is for. Maybe for putting a cork in something, or it looks like a press of some sort. Yeah, what an interesting home. I feel like there's possibly another side to this basement. I'm going to double check just to be sure. But quite a lot of stuff left behind just sitting in this little basement here. Obviously we're going to miss some stuff, but like these random scissors hanging, or like the cool frog thermostat sitting over there. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me on this explore of this very, very cool abandoned time capsule. Really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed seeing into this couple's lives. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. With that guys, I am out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.